into fabric and physical science, right? So far we came to know that uh, fibers are of two types: natural fiber, synthetic fiber. Natural fibers are again classified into two: plant fiber and animal fiber, because we get natural fiber from the plants as well as the animals. Okay. Plant fibers are cotton, jute, coir, hemp, flax. Animal fibers, wool and silk, right? So wool is obtained from different types of animals. Sixth standard, you learned about plant fiber. This seventh standard, you are learning about animal fiber. So if you remember, in sixth standard, you would have learned about cotton, you would have learned about jute, coir, flax, right? And very small proportion you learned about wool and silk. But here in seventh standard, you are learning it in detail, right? So wool is obtained from different animals. It's obtained from Bactrian camel, from llama, alpaca, which are breeds of camel from South America. Then it is also obtained from Angora rabbit, Angora goats. Yeah, from goats also we obtain we get the wool, right? Then Kashmir goats, the wool which is obtained is used for making pashmina. Then there are different varieties of sheep and goats in India, from whom different types of wool are extracted. Okay, there are two types of wool. One is soft underlying hair, and the other one is the coarse, rough hair. Okay. Yeah, Australia is the number one, is the leading producer of wool, and the type of breed which from whom the wool is extracted is the Australian Merino sheep. Okay, from the Australian Merino sheep. Right. Right. To know about some of the breeds of India, uh, there are breeds called, some of the breeds of sheep, Indian breeds of sheep. Okay, they are Bakharwal. Bakharwal is one breed. From the wool is used for making woolen shawls. Okay, woolen shawls are like long but thick woolen shawls. They are draped around or just wrapped around to cover yourself or protect yourself from harsh weather. Okay, so especially in the North Indian states, Himachal, Uttarakhand, then Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, and all, they make use of shawls a lot. We use, but we don't use it to that much extent. Okay, because we don't have severe winters, right? So Bakharwals are the breeds which are found in Jammu and Kashmir. Then you have another breed called Rampur Busher. Rampur Busher. Rampur Busher. This the wool will be, the fleece, the hair will be brown in color, and this breed is found in Uttar Pradesh. It is found in Himachal Pradesh. Then you have breed called Loki, which gives you a very good quality of wool. Good quality of wool. And this is found in Rajasthan, Punjab. This is found in Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. This is found in Jammu and Kashmir. Then you have another breed called Nali, which is the hair, the fleece will be little rough. It will be coarse. Okay, so this breed of sheep, the hair, the fleece which is obtained from this breed is used for making carpets. Okay, they are used for making carpets, and they are found in Rajasthan, they are found in Punjab, they are found in Haryana. Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. Then there is Marwari and Patanwadi. Marwari and Patanwadi. Marwari and Patanwadi are found in Gujarat. They are found in Gujarat. I mean, and Marwari gives you coarse wool, which is used for making carpets, rugs, and Patanwadi, the wool will be soft, which is used for making woolen garments, hosiery. Okay, woolen garments. Right. So these are few breeds, Indian breeds of sheep. Bakharwal is found in Jammu and Kashmir. Rampur Bushehr is found in Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. Lodi is found in Rajasthan, Punjab. Nali is found in Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. Marwari and Patanwari are found in Gujarat. So all these breeds will give different quality of wool. Bakharwal is used for making woolen shawls, and Patanwadi, the wool is used for making hosiery, that is woolen garments. Whereas Marwari gives you coarse wool, Nali gives you coarse wool. These are, and Rampur Bushehr also gives you coarse wool, which is used for making carpets, rugs, and all. Okay. Oh, one second. I hope it is okay now. No. Okay. Right. So these are few breeds. And as I already we discussed that there are goats which give you good quality of wool like Kashmir, and the wool of Kashmir goats are used for making pashmina, which are soft woolen garments, long kurta types which are used in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Then Angora goat will produce a very shiny, a very lustrous uh, wool, which is called mohair. Okay. Angora goat, the wool which is obtained from Angora goat is called mohair, and the wool which is obtained from Angora rabbit is called Angora wool. Okay, Angora rabbit gives Angora wool. Angora goat gives mohair. Mohair is very soft, very shiny. Okay, they are very good quality of wool. Okay. Then we started learning about uh, sheep farming. We became from that sheep farming is done in rural areas with low rainfall, poor agriculture in mountainous regions, in dry regions, where it contributes to their income. And they have to take care of the sheep. They take them for grazing. They give them good quality of food, grains, leaves, pulses, and clean water is given for drinking. So in large troughs, that means in large containers, clean fresh water is given them. With that, oil cakes are given. Oil cakes gives them extra nourishment, which is made from castor oil, castor seeds. Okay, that is rich in protein and it is rich in minerals, which makes the sheep healthy, right? Then the sheep during sheep farming, it is very important that they keep an eye on all the sheep. They have to keep monitoring them. If they have any infection or any other sort of problem, they have to take care of all those things. Okay. Right. Then we started learning about how this woolen fiber is converted into wool fiber is converted into woolen fabric. What are the different steps? Shearing, scouring, then sorting, grading, dyeing, and spinning. Right? What is shearing? What is shearing? Shearing is shearing is the removal of sheep's fleece. That means the hair is, yeah, very good. The hair is removed using machines. Shearing machines are used to remove the fleece of the sheep. Okay, it will not hurt the animal. It's very simple. It's a very normal procedure as we get our hair cuts done, like that it is. done. Okay, right. Then after shearing, as it is collected, what is the next process? It is scouring. Yes, very good. Scouring. What happens is scouring. They have to clean the fleece because they'll be dirty. They'll have dust. They'll have grease. They'll have all impurities. So it has to be washed thoroughly in large containers where hot water is used. Mild detergents mild detergents are used, and they are made free of the impurities. That process is called scouring. Okay. Then next process is sorting. Sorting is where hair is separate. I mean, different textures of hair are separated. Okay. Yes, so different textures of hair are separated, and then next process is again kind of sorting, which is a part of it's called grading, which is almost like sorting. You have to sort out the wool according to their length, their texture, their durability. Okay, depending on different characteristics, it is graded. Okay, then using large metal combs, they are straightened. They are straightened so that they get rid of burrs. Okay, they get rid of burrs. Burrs are fluffy fiber, small fiber balls. Okay, which you find in woolen wool. So that is removed using by combing, by using a large metal comb, and it is straightened, and then burrs are removed. Then again, it is sent for washing. That is again scouring process takes place. Again, it is dried, right? Then after that comes dyeing, right? So first is shearing, scouring, sorting, then grading, then comes the fifth one, which is dyeing. Now dyeing, you all would have understood by the term dyeing. Okay. So generally wool is off-white or creamy in color or white in color, very light color. So we can it is dyed to different colors. So we get different colors of wool: red, yellow, blue, black, brown, all those things. Okay. So as they are creamy white in color, and we can dye them to get various colors. I mean, it is dyed in the pathways to get various colors. Okay, but there are few breeds of sheep which produce black or brown or gray wool. So naturally, this color will be there, right? So apart from this, the other colors are dyed. Okay. So black color, some will be black in color, brown in color, gray in color. The others will be generally pale white in color, which are dyed to get various colors, different colors. Okay. After dyeing, so shearing is done, scouring is done. After removing the hair, which is shearing, then scouring, washing is done. Right. After removing the hair, scouring, which is washing the fleece to get rid of impurities using large tanks which are filled with hot water, mild detergent, and then they are washed thoroughly and dried using rollers and dryers. Then it goes for sorting. The sorting process takes place according to the different texture. It is sorted out, then grading, then in grading, what is done? Again, it is sorted out according to their length, according to their texture, different characteristics. Okay. Then, using metal combs, burrs are removed. Again, it goes for the process of scouring. That means again it is washed. Again, it is dried using dryers and roller, and then it goes for dyeing, where different colors of varying colors of fiber woolen fiber is obtained, and then it comes for spinning. Spinning. What happens in spinning? The wool fiber are straightened and then they are twisted into yarn. So what is the process we have learned? Fiber is converted into yarn. Okay, yarns are what? They are continuous, long, strong threads. Okay, so the wool fiber, so long they had wool fiber that is converted into yarns. They are twisted, they are spun into yarn in the process of in this process called spinning. Okay, so we get longer fibers. These longer fibers are called, these longer fibers are wool, right? They are, they undergo the next process called knitting, right? So with the help of knitting, yarn is converted to fabric. So we get sweaters, we get socks, mittens, many things are there, right? All the woolen garments, right? So knitting is a process that will help us to convert or to make the yarns, the spun yarn into fabric. Okay. Now what will happen? The longer threads undergo knitting and we get woolen garments. But what about the shorter ones? Shorter ones which cannot be made use of are, I mean, which we cannot make use to make a sweater or some other woolen garment. Shorter fibers are used for making carpets. Okay, so carpets are made, or small woolen clothes or rugs are made from the shorter fibers, woolen fibers, right? So this is all about the journey of fiber to fabric. Yeah, they're not called hats, mufflers, scarves. Yes, okay, they are made from woolen fibers. Right? So these are all very important steps which you have to remember in order. Shearing, scouring, sorting, grading, dyeing, and spinning. So this has to be memorized in order. Okay, it can be asked as a objective question or a 2-mark question, right? So you should know the order of the steps involved, right? Now coming to what are the health hazards working in using industries? Health hazards, meaning health issues, problems that occur in wool production. Okay. See, as I told you, it's very important that when sheep farming, the farmer has to take care that no sheep is infected or is not contaminated with any kind of disease, because if it has any disease, it will get spread to the other ones. And the problem is, if they are infected, the wool will not be of good quality, or it will carry some impurities, some germs, which will be inhaled by human beings when they are working in the factory, right? So as this all production, see, dyeing is involved, scouring, they are removing the impurities. So many things are taking place in the steps, right, in the process. So what happens is, when the sheep, or when there is any kind of contamination, or any kind of germs or impurities or bacteria in the contaminated sheep, so it will be there in the wool of the contaminated sheep, right? So the wool will also be contaminated. Now, even if it is undergoing washing and all, the people who are working there will be dealing with it, right? So when they deal with it, when they carry it, when they pass it, all these things, what happens? Germs, bacteria, they keep spreading, they spread and it may lead to many health hazards. So one common bacteria is anthrax. Okay, anthrax bacteria. So if you inhale this, if people inhale, they will suffer from respiratory illness. Okay, they will have bronchitis, they will have asthma. Asthma is very common, and many other respiratory tract illness. Okay, breathing problem. So many things will be there, right? In the past, sorters of wool suffered a fatal disease commonly called the sorter's disease. So the third step is sorting, right? So sorting process was done by people who were called sorters as they are sorting. Okay, so the sorters in the past suffer from a very dangerous disease called sorter's disease. It is a fatal disease. Fatal disease means people die when they get that disease. Okay, so in the past it was very common, but now it has reduced because vaccines are introduced to control this disease and it has become very rare. So now, luckily, we have vaccines to control Sorter's disease. But in the past, it was very common. Sorters used to suffer from this disease called Sorter's disease, and it was a fatal disease. That means they used to die, right? But now it has become very rare because there are vaccines which is saving many. And as I already told you, the contaminated sheep will have contaminated wool. The contaminated wool, when people in the factories and industries deal with these kind of wool, they suffer from respiratory tract illness. They tend to inhale the bacteria and virus, and they suffer from many problems, right? Okay. Then there was one more thing which I wanted to tell you. Right. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah. One more thing was like those days, people used to work bare hand. Okay. They'll not wear gloves and all. So they used to suffer from skin allergies. They used to get bruises, allergies, skin rashes, uh, even cancer because they used to deal with dyes. Okay, but now they have started using gloves. Precautions are taken. They cover themselves with proper clothing, cap, gloves, big boots, and all. Okay, right. Okay. So this is all about wool. Now coming to silk. Silk. Now silk, do you all remember a story once I told you that in China, the empress called Li Su was having a cup of tea and accidentally a cocoon fell into the cup of tea, and then she took and she started unraveling. She got a very shiny, very lustrous thread, and she was very impressed to see that quality of thread, and she told the emperor that I want this kind of fiber, and this can be made into fabric. Then the emperor, he accepted what the empress said, and then mulberry trees were planted, and cocoons, the silkworms were reared to get the silk, right? So China, silk was discovered in ancient China. It was discovered in ancient China. Okay, silk, right? So very interesting story, right? So this Chinese empress Li Su, Li Su, when she was drinking tea, She found this cocoon, and when she began to unravel, that means when she started pulling it, she found long continuous thread, that fiber, and it was as it was very shiny. She said, why don't we rear these and we try to make fabrics? These are very nice. Then the emperor, he said, okay, and mulberry trees were planted. Why mulberry trees were planted? Because silkworms are reared in mulberry trees. They eat the mulberry leaves, right? So silk is a natural fiber. It is obtained from the cocoons of silkworm. It is obtained from the cocoons of silkworm. Right? It is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. So rearing of silkworms to get silk is called dash. What is it called? Rearing of silkworms. Ah, very good. Why are you taking so long time? Others, what happened? I'm not getting answers from others. Yes, good. Sericulture. What is sericulture? Rearing of silkworms on a large scale on mulberry trees to obtain their obtain a fiber. The silk is called sericulture. Okay. Why people like silk? Because it is a very strong fiber. It is shiny. It is soft. Okay. So there are different qualities which attracts people to buy silk. They are strong. They are shiny. They are durable. That means they have long life. Right. So it attracts. Very important thing is it has a very shiny appearance. So that is what is something that attracts everyone. Right. So next we will learn about the production of silk. So for that we have to know the life cycle of a silk moth. So there are different steps involved. Life cycle of a silk moth. There are different steps involved. The first step is laying of eggs. Laying of eggs. Who will lay eggs? The female silk moth. The female silk moth. The female silk moth, it lays nearly 300 to 400 eggs. 300 to 400 eggs at a time. Then these eggs are washed. Yes, you heard it right. They are washed and they are incubated at 25 degrees Celsius. They are incubated at 25 degrees Celsius. Why incubated means, see, our normal room temperature, it keeps varying, right? It is 30, it is 38, 36, it keeps on differing, right? So the correct temperature for the eggs to hatch is 25 degrees Celsius. So they are kept in the laboratories in 25 degrees Celsius. They are incubated for best hatching. Okay, for best hatching. So it is it's not a very easy thing. Every small thing makes a difference, right? So the first process is laying of eggs, as there are different steps which we will be learning. The first step is laying of eggs. The female silk moth will lay nearly 300 to 400 eggs at a time, and those eggs are washed. They are washed and they are incubated at 25 degrees Celsius. That means this is the right temperature. 25 degrees Celsius is the right temperature for these eggs to hatch, which will give us good quality of fiber. Okay, right. Next step is After the eggs are laid, after hatching is done, what do we get? We get larvae or the caterpillar. So this we will learn in our next class. So I'll stop with this. We'll wind up because this is a little lengthy. It will take time. So this will continue in your next class, that is on Tuesday, right? So I want everybody, today is your I am giving you homework where you have to read all these topics which we have covered till today. Okay, so till today you will cover all the topics and go through the PowerPoint slide and write notes of your own. Read each slide and take notes, right? Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. You can take care, stay safe. Thank you.